How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because in this episode, we're going to talk about how to alter and change the lens in which you experience this world. If you want to see the good, receive the good, and create a positive experience, this is the episode for you. And make sure to stay tuned to the very end because we're going to do a deep healing meditation to align ourselves on this message so that you can move forward in the day. So how do you tap into it? How do you become someone that sees and receives the silver lining, the good? Because in any situation, there's something that's powerful. There's something that's love. There's something that's positive. There's something that's healing in every situation. It's your perspective of it that limits it. There's a way to connect. There's a way to use your words and connect to something. There's a way to say, I love doing this thing. There's a way to say, I enjoy this, and then find the piece of something and bring it in and feel it. I talk a lot about gratitude because gratitude is the process. You see, when you say that you're thankful for something, you're at least identifying it. But when you connect the thing, when you close your eyes and you think of that time that you won this award, that time that you got this promotion, that time that you graduated, that time that you had your first child, that time when you got married, that time when you did the thing that just makes you feel so good. And so you start saying, I'm so thankful for the day my son is born. I remember the first time I held him. I remember smelling him. I remember feeling him. I remember the air, the temperature, all the things. When you start connecting to that, it pulls it in. And so when you say, I love when my son was born, and then you think of that thing and you connect to that energy, you start pulling it within you. You start becoming one within it. So when you start practicing with easy things, meaning things that were powerful, things that were impactful, you get better at it. And then you can start shifting to things that are a little bit harder to do. You can sit there and do the dishes, something that you might enjoy, or not enjoy, or something like folding the laundry. You can do that thing. And even then, once you get powerful and good and precise at connecting to the frequency that you desire, you can do something that you don't enjoy, but use your ability to tune and connect to the thing. So you can start by saying, I love doing the dishes. And then you start doing the dishes, but then you connect it to something bigger. You think about that dish that you're cleaning. You think about that meal that you ate that was so delicious. Or maybe there wasn't a previous experience with that, but then you think of a future one. Maybe you're about to have a date come over. Maybe it's just going to be dinner for yourself. Maybe you're cooking for your family and you're thinking about this food that you're going to make on this plate, this meal. You think about all the work that you did to build your career so that you could have the money, so that you can have the thing to create this event. Now you're cleaning this dish, getting it ready for tomorrow when you do it. Your ability to find these silver linings dictates your life. If you can't find a silver lining in something, your life will be the opposite of that. Your life will be that of the pain. Your life will be that of the hurt because those are easy to see. Those are the frequency of this planet. This is a planet of growth. This is a place that we come to expand. So there's friction here. There's adversity here. There's tension. There's time. There's pain. There's hurt. There's all these things because those aren't what we want to be. We want to be the opposite of that. We don't want to be in pain. We want to be in healing. We don't want to be in loss. We want to be in gain. We don't want to be in hurt. We want to be in love. But the main ones, the lower ones, are what's prevalent here so that when you go through the pain, you can learn to be in love. When you can operate in love while you're in the pain, then you know that you are the love. Just like if you go into a room and it's bright in the room and you try to turn on your flashlight, you can't tell if your flashlight's working. You can't identify with that flashlight and the flashlight is useless in that room. But if you go into the room and it's dark, you can't see a thing. And then you work really hard to turn on your flashlight. When you turn on that flashlight, you know you are the creator of that light. You know that you are the light. Your belief in what you are becomes whole. That's how this works. That's how this life works. That's why gratitude and connecting to frequencies is so important. The more you do it, the easier it'll become. Just like anything, the more you practice, the more easy it gets to do. And so then you start experiencing this life where the silver linings are all you see. It doesn't mean you go through bad things and ignore them. It doesn't mean bad things don't happen to you. It doesn't mean you won't feel pain. It doesn't mean you won't feel sorrow. You won't feel loss. All those are guaranteed. You are guaranteed to have those low frequency experiences. The gift is to not be them, to learn to not receive them, to learn to not be dictated, to learn to not be a reflector but a creator. That is a gift. Imagine how free it is. Imagine how good it feels to know what you truly are. To not have a question mark of who am I? To not have a question mark of what's my purpose? You see, the purpose is you. The purpose is you becoming the light in the darkness. So if you're wondering, like, well, why was my life so hard? Why did I have these bad things happen? Why was I born this way? Why do I look this way? Why was I born in this area or that area or with this thing or that thing? And you start thinking all these whys instead of thinking the opposite of that is, I must be pretty powerful. I must be here for a powerful lesson. I must be here to grow. I must be here to do something amazing. Because if you go to the gym, the person that's lifting the heaviest weight is stronger. And so if you go in there and you have them exercise and you try to pick the heaviest weight in the gym, you're not going to be able to do it. So you've got to start with lower weights. You've got to practice and do it again and again. So this experience for you is relevant to the difficulty that you've built your energy up to, that you've built your soul up to, that you've built your purpose up to. And when you lift those heavy weights, you know what it feels like? It feels just as difficult as it did with the lower weight. So the life that you're in is meant for you to conquer. The difficulties, the obstacles, the setbacks are meant for you to conquer. It's the perfect training program. It's the perfect line of progression for you to evolve and grow and expand and become free. You can't compare yourself to someone else. You can't go to that gym and see someone lifting more than you and compare your weight to theirs, and then see someone lifting less than you and compare your weight to theirs, because you're removing your experience and value. It doesn't matter who lifts more. It doesn't matter who has it easier. It doesn't matter who has it harder. It's your experience. It's your soul. It's your spirit that is here to have it. And so gratitude is how you start finding those silver linings. So when you start doing those dishes, or you're dealing with the job where the boss is terrible, or you're dealing with an illness, whatever it is that you're going through, start trying to find something good about what you're going through. Whether it's something that's going to come of it, or something that came from before it, and connect to that moment and link it. If you're only focused in now and then you only see what is, then you're limiting, because everything exists at once. Everything is expanding. Nothing is going away. The past is an expansion of the now. The future is an expansion of the now, and it's always now. So you can spend and connect in any of those moments at any time. As long as you're present, as long as you're here, as long as you have the ability to think, you can do it. You are in the training mode. You're in the quest. You're in your life, your experience. It's a powerful way to think. And of course, it's very easy to let this go. It's very easy to just think about, okay, well, I've got to get up. I've got to go to my job. I've got to make money. I've got to pay the bills. It's so easy to get in this trap of this world and not realize that the journey is within. Imagine if you lived your life and every day, and it's the same life that you're now, but every day from the moment that you woke up to the moment that you go to bed, the silver linings throughout the day, all the good things are what played in your head. You could have the worst day ever, but for some reason you can only remember, you can only feel the goodness. It was a terrible day at work, but you can only think about how good it felt when you were driving home and the sun was coming through the glass and it felt so good in your car and your favorite song played. You see, the life that you're living wouldn't change, but the experience within it would. And your experience is what matters, not the things. Everything that you think and wish to change in your life, somebody else has it and they don't feel any better. In fact, they might even feel worse because they were sitting where you were sitting and thinking, if I could get to here, then life would get better. If I could get rid of this job, if I could get a different boss, if I could make more money, if I could, just get healthy, if I could just make more money, if I could just, we think if we do these things that it will feel the hole that's within us, and it doesn't. So then you put in this work, you chase this thing, you manifested it, you put all your effort in thinking it would be the solution. Then it felt good for a little while, but then it was a physical thing. It wasn't a spiritual thing. It wasn't connected with you. So it didn't do anything for you past the feel good of that. Then you're empty knowing that I still feel bad. This didn't solve it. What else can I do? Do I have to get more of the thing? That's why I believe when it says the love of money is bad. Having money isn't bad. Having abundance isn't bad. Those don't affect things. It's when you love those, when you need those, is when you become empty. If you need anything external, that means the internal is empty. If the internal is fulfilled, then you don't need anything external, and it just becomes the experience that you want to have. If you want to become a billionaire, do it. If you want to live in the woods and be free, do it. Just be fulfilled within and find the silver lining at every single opportunity. So we're going to take a deep breath and we're going to practice this power. We're going to align with our gratitude. We're going to find something that just means so much. If you want to do it with me, I'm going to do it in the future. So I'm going to think about right now, I'm going to think about this podcast. I'm going to think about how I'm recording it, how you're listening it, how I'm standing here and making this, and you're sitting there driving or in your car or just waiting to go inside, or you're at home or wherever you are. Maybe you're doing a workout. You're connected to this moment. And I'm going to think about the changes that I'm going to make from it. And you can think about the changes that you're going to make from it and watch them compound as you close your eyes. So if it was that you're going to practice gratitude and you're going to see the silver lining and everything, see yourself 5 years from now, 5 years, 365 days a year, picking the good, receiving the good, where that takes you, that version of you, how they're feeling. As you hold your breath, watch that version of you walk through life, seeing and receiving the good. Create that experience in your mind. Be so thankful for everything that happened to where you came to this point and then got to that one. That's what I'm going to do. You see, my message here right now, I'm making it to you. But maybe in 5 years, everything has worked out so well that I've reached millions and millions and millions of people, and I'm speaking on a stage saying the same message, saying 5 years ago I spoke and people listened and they applied it. And some of you are in the crowd right now. Some of you remember the episode that came out at the end of June 2024, and now we're in June 2029. It's almost 2030, and you decided to change your life. That's the thing I'm going to tune into from here. So pick your experience. Get ready. We're going to take that deep breath in. As you breathe in, just really visualize in your mind. As we hold our breath, feel it, walk in it, be in it, breathe in it, hear it. And as you exhale, allow anything that doesn't resonate with that to leave you. All right, go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. You have the power to always do this. You can always see and receive good in your life. It doesn't matter what anyone's told you. It doesn't matter how you've thought in the past. You have this power. Wherever you point the fingers, where the energy goes, point it to yourself. Give yourself permission to be the rising tide and lift all ships. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.